And hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Friday, February 21st. I'm Michael Taylor. Thanks for joining us. Are you ready for your weekend? Have any great weekend plans? It's going to be great temperatures. We'll talk about that in a minute. I have a plan. I'm going to be here on Saturday for you, and then I'm going to sleep in on Sunday. That's my big plan for the weekend. I think it's a good one. You should take me up on that one, see if you guys want to copy that if you like. Let's talk about what's on the show today. We got a great one here too. AmeriCare is going to be here with Jonathan Brimley. He's going to be talking about in-home healthcare and the people who provide that service and the needs that we have in the community for that right here. And Sports Corner with Cole Young. Hey, we got spring training. Everybody's reported. We're going to already have games, I think, going on this weekend out in Tempe and out in Florida as well. So we'll be talking about that as well. Lots of stuff going on in sports. Our Stay Informed segment, and it's an important one. Talked about this yesterday a little bit with Jeannie Costello when she was on the show. It's packing a go bag and being prepared for emergencies, right? We have earthquakes, we have floods, we have fires. We know that people have to evacuate at a moment's notice sometime. So it's great to have a go bag prepared for if you need to get out of your house in an emergency. It should be the essentials that you need to evacuate. Make sure you have some clothes in there, some water. There's great lists that we have for you in terms of essentials to pack. Go to lagunawoodsvillage.com/news. So make sure you take a look at that one. And also for more information and more tips, SCE has some information there. They have an emergency preparedness guide. So either one of those is going to be a great way for you guys to take a look at what you need and what you need in those go bags. Let's take a look at our weather forecast while we're at it. Great temperatures, no risk of floods, no rain in the forecast for a little while here. Going to have temperatures in the 70s for the foreseeable future. It's kind of a mild Santa Ana takes place. We got a mild high pressure is going to bring us some nice temperatures for the weekend, especially. How going to top out at 74 degrees on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. That's going to be a pretty consistent weather there. It looks nice. Let's take a look at our sunrise and sunset. Here we go. Beautiful beach shot down here. Some palm trees. Thank you, Mark Weiss, for giving us this one out in Newport Beach. Sunrise this morning was 6:28. Sunset tonight is going to be 5:40. If you'd like to send us a sunrise, sunset shot, beautiful pics around the neighborhood, your pet pictures, we use them all. We love them. Make sure you email us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we will use it in our sunrise, sunset segment. All right, we got one meeting to tell you about. Then when we come back, we'll be talking to AmeriCare with Jonathan Brimley. Stay with us.
Today's retirement is different. It's time to write new chapters in our life stories. To hit the open road in search of new horizons and fresh faces. Grand adventures or simple pleasures. It's not the final chapter in the book of life, but rather a new beginning, a second act.
As we get older, sometimes we need a little extra care. We can stay independent and in our own homes with the right care. Care to eat our favorite meal. Care to look our best. Care to stay active. Care to look after our pets. Find personalized in-home care at AmeriCareBeachCities.com.
And welcome back. We want to welcome Jonathan Brimley. He is the CEO and owner of AmeriCare Beach Cities. Thanks for joining us again. Good to see you again.
Michael.
And yes, we did call ahead, and I wanted to know what he was wearing, and he wanted to know what I was wearing, so we're looking great.
I left my glasses in my pocket.
I can take mine off for a little while. So reintroduce folks to what you guys do in terms of senior care here in the community.
Well, thank you. Yes, well, our primary focus is on providing care to keep people safe. A lot of daughter-in-laws will call, hey, I need help. I'm worried about mom or dad. I want to keep them safe.
Yeah, those are kind of the goals of in-home health, in-home care, right? Stay safe, increase independence, things like that.
Yes, so staying safe is one, but how I like to describe it is, do you want to go on vacation or do you need to go on vacation, right? So do you need a caregiver or do you want a caregiver to improve your quality of life?
And that's an important thing, right, for a lot of people in terms of that the ability to be able to live in home and stay at home and be able to get the things done that they need to get done, right? And just kind of make your daily life just a little bit easier.
Exactly.
Right. And increase social interactions, monitor changing conditions, bring peace of mind. Those are all kind of the big things that the big kind of top list of things that you guys do and services you guys provide for folks, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about one thing that's very important. Kind of the traits of a great caregiver. Now, it's very important for you guys to get the right people in-house to make sure that they're getting the great services to your clients, right?
Yes. So I interview all the caregivers who are employed. And we first go through I look at the resume, we do a phone interview, then I do an in-person interview. And they have to pass the sniff test. They need to have, why do they want to become a caregiver? What's their story? It's just another job.
Right.
And they need to prove to me that they have the experience and skills. And they need to eventually do a background check and a driving record check. But it's about them knowing the skills and having the heart to do the job, the compassion.
Right. When you're
patience.
passionate about this, and you want your folks to be passionate about this when they go into someone's home, right?
Yes, and we're a small business owned by my wife and I. When these caregivers go out to a family that I've already talked to, they're representing me. So I want to make sure that they have the patience and understanding to be a great caregiver. And
patience comes with listening, right, with intent as well, right? How is that important in terms of like when you know that caregiver's in that house?
Well, it's a great question. And I ask that to my caregivers. Okay, for example, I ask them, what do you do? How would you act when you're working with someone who has memory issues? They're asking you the same thing, or you're asking them, and they're telling you something different every time. Right? Because that's a lot of clients we work with do have memory issues. So it's about having patience, be able to answer someone who's asking the same question over and over, and they have to explain how they do that and demonstrate their patience to me.
And within the title of caregiver, there's that care word, right? So it's not just professionalism, but also there's that warmth that you want to make sure that people have, right? That they're going to have a kind of a relationship with this person, not just a client and customer kind of feel.
Yes, and that's one of the things that we specialize in, is placing a caregiver with a family that's going to be consistent. And be surprised how many caregivers I interview, and it's a novel concept to them to be assigned to one family. And they're going to be there with that family and get to know them and their likes, their dislikes, how they like the house cleaned, what type of food they like to be cooked, because they're used to going to wherever they're assigned to that day.
Oh, wow, okay.
And that's not how I operate.
Right. Well, there comes to another point you want to make. Is there's trust in that. Like, what if I build a relationship with my caregiver, then I trust that they know what I need, and also that caregiver can assess things that are happening. Like, hey, I've noticed this in the past week or two, that this is a change. And so that consistency can help inform the care that's needed at the house.
Absolutely. In fact, that's part of our application that all my caregivers have on their phone, is to log on and write down what tasks they were assigned to do, which ones they did do, and which ones the client declined having done, and also monitoring those change conditions. And then the family, the extended family, whether they live in the same neighborhood or across the country, they can log on to my application, and it's called the family room feature, and they can see, oh, here's what mom or dad did today.
Okay.
Here's what's going on. If mom or dad allows, we can take pictures, we can post them and say, oh, here's mom or dad at the beach. Here's mom or dad eating this great meal that they just asked me to prepare. So it's about communication to the family members about how mom or dad or grandma and grandpa are doing.
Right, absolutely. And not anybody can become a caregiver, right? There's a process that, there's licensing and those kinds of things, but what are some of the steps or what are some of the things that you have to be able to be a caregiver?
Well, you do have to be licensed. Well, I'll say, because I'm licensed by the state, all of my caregivers also need to be licensed by the state and bonded and insured. They have to be fingerprinted and go through the FBI and Department of Justice and get background checked with the state. I also do my own background check and driving record check, because so much of what we do or can do is driving clients around to doctor's appointments, to shopping, again, to the park, visit friends, go out to lunch, improving their quality of life. So I need to make sure that my caregivers, A, have a driver's license, B, have a good vehicle, and C, are safe drivers.
Right.
So that I can trust them when they are driving my clients around.
And in terms of caring for caregivers, there's turnover rate. I was surprised at the numbers I saw that you gave me about the turnover rate for caregivers in California. It's phenomenally high.
Yes, in 2023, I don't have the numbers for 2024 yet, but for 2023, 79% turnover is the average turnover rate for caregivers, which means most agencies are having to switch out caregivers often. And a client will get a knock on the door, open it up, and they don't know who's coming.
Right, that's what I was going to say. The clients are ones who suffer because all of a sudden it's this kind of musical chairs of people coming to my home, and then there's trust. I don't know this person, and there's no history there.
Yes. So average industry, 79% in California, we are under 10.
Okay, wow.
So we have a very stable supply of caregivers who will be assigned to the family, and unless they call out sick or go on vacation, it's going to be the same caregiver coming day in, day out.
And that consistency benefits the client too, because they got this same person that's coming, they're assigned to that one person, and that really can help the client in terms of their long-term benefits of care and trust and all of those things.
Right. We are part of the care community, right? So not only can we be communicating out to the family members about change of condition, we can get to know their primary care physician, and we can be talking to them as well. If you have a caregiver coming random caregiver coming, who's not going to know who the doctor is or who the family member are, as opposed to someone who's coming every single day, has a relationship with that family, with their person's doctor, you have a lot better care.
What do you attribute the high turnover rate to, and the fact that you're able to have such a low turnover rate? Is it that screening process that you start with in terms of getting the right people in there?
Well, it starts with screening, and frankly, I pay better. Instead of having this high turnover, I'm spending more money and time hiring people. I just pay them better to start with. Then
it's a great place to start.
They are happy because it reduces my cost in time, but also improve my quality of care. So instead of spending money on hiring, I spend money in salaries.
Well, there you go. And that's one of the ways to do it. Jonathan Brimley, he is from AmeriCare Beach Cities. He's the owner-operator, and he is making sure that the folks in homes are the right ones for your clients. Thank you very much for joining us today.
No, thank you, Michael.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
Virginian, don't let me wait. The Catholic girls start much too late. Look at him, Miss O'Malley. Show Oh, Georgia, my gift is my song.
The Greatest Piano Man at the PAC, February 22nd. Tickets at the PAC box office or online.
Seniors fear running out of money more than death itself, and the number one mistake you can make is underestimating volatility, which can derail your retirement. For 35 years now, I've coached seniors to financial independence by using two simple rules. Never take big losses and create income along the way. It's your financial future. Call now to get a free risk analysis to ensure your investments are protected, and we'll send you our Safer Money System, 949-219-0692.
Did you know plans change each year? So can your health and prescription needs. Our licensed insurance agents can easily compare your options, and you'll see the real difference. Find a plan that offers you more and covers your prescriptions. Call us at 1-888-225-6468 for a free telephonic, virtual, or in-person appointment. Annual election period ends December 7th.
Welcome to the Artistry, South Orange County's only cannabis dispensary located right here in Laguna Woods. The Artistry is your trusted source for the highest quality cannabis products and the best customer service. We offer daily deals up to 50% off on top brands. Whether you're new to cannabis or a seasoned consumer, our friendly and informative staff is here to help you elevate in style. We're located next to Gate 3 and now offer delivery right to your door. Join us for a one-of-a-kind dispensary experience.
Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Sports Corner. I'm Cole Young, and in our first full week without football, we have a lot to cover from around the sports world. Starting first on the international stage, the NHL Four Nations Face-Off has been absolutely must-watch TV to this point. Last week, I talked about the tournament opener when Canada and Sweden faced off in an overtime thriller. The following day, the U.S. opened their tournament play against Finland, where they breezed to a 6-1 win. Finland then beat Sweden in overtime, and the best game of the series so far was the first matchup between Canada and the USA. Team USA players and brothers, Matthew and Brady Tkachuk plus JT Miller, each had a fight in the first 9 seconds to open the game. Matthew Tkachuk's fight before the opening faceoff was the fastest ever in an NHL international game, topping the previous record of 20 seconds in the 1996 World Cup of Hockey, for a fight that involved Brady and Matthew Tkachuk's father, Keith. Violence on the ice runs in that family, apparently. Anyways, after everyone got the fights out of their system, the U.S. dominated throughout that game. Connor McDavid got Canada on the board first as they jumped out to an early 1-0 lead, but 2 goals from Jake Guentzel and 1 from Dylan Larkin secured the 3-1 win for the Americans. It was a transcendent moment for hockey as 5.4 million American viewers watched the first best-on-best tournament game between the nations since 2016. Earlier this week, Canada defeated Finland 5-3, which clinched the championship round. Canada and the U.S. were set for a rematch in the championship, setting the perfect stage for a vengeful rematch. In a game that didn't truly matter for the Americans since they already clinched their spot in the finals, the U.S. fell 2-1 to Sweden. The puck dropped in the championship game last night at the TD Garden in Boston, and the rematch lived up to the hype. Heading into last night, Canada had won 9 of the 13 best-on-best tournaments ever played, including 5 of the past 6 and the past 3 in a row. The United States has won 1 best-on-best tournament, the 1996 World Cup of Hockey, when they defeated Canada 2-1 in a best-of-3 final. Canada kept their tournament streak alive, got their revenge, and defeated the United States for the Four Nations Championship. This was an incredible event for hockey and for the sports world as a whole, so let's hope the NHL decides to do it again next year. Also this week was another major historic sporting event, NASCAR's Daytona 500. After 2 weather delays totaling more than 3.5 hours and a few very narrow escapes from intense wrecks, William Byron earned his 2nd straight win at Daytona. Byron became the first back-to-back winner since Denny Hamlin in 2019 and 2020. It was not an easy victory by any means, though. Like I said, the drivers had to battle severe weather in Daytona Beach, Florida. On top of that, with just 1 lap remaining, Byron sat in 9th place, and the odds to win were definitely not in his favor. He managed to dodge a series of late race wrecks that knocked out a large portion of contenders and sent the Hendrick Motorsports driver into the victory lane for the second year in a row. Byron became the youngest driver to win multiple Daytona 500s, breaking the record previously held by Jeff Gordon. Also this past weekend, the PGA held the Genesis Invitational at Torrey Pines in La Jolla. Ludvig Åberg of Sweden had a late rally to win this Southern California event, but just like NASCAR, it was not easy. Åberg was 3 shots behind and running out of holes when he hit 3 perfect shots for birdies and finished off his late push with a 7-foot birdie putt on the 18th hole, giving him a 6 under 66 and a 1-shot victory. This is the second PGA Tour title for the 25-year-old from Sweden and his 3rd worldwide that makes him the number 4 ranked golfer in the world. Similar to the NHL, this past weekend the NBA tried to alter their All-Star Game weekend format. The 2025 NBA All-Star Game has concluded, featuring a tournament-style event that consisted of 4 teams of 8 players each. LeBron James extended his record to 21 All-Star selections, although he sat out of the event due to discomfort in his left foot. He joined the other Western Conference starters Nikola Jokic, Kevin Durant, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Stephen Curry. For the Eastern Conference, Milwaukee Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo led all players in fan voting for a 2nd straight season, but sat out after suffering a calf injury. Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, and Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns were also named as Eastern Conference starters. It was sort of a confusing format with 4 different teams composed of the NBA's 24 best players as they faced off in a bracket-style tournament. The teams were coached by Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, and Candace Parker. Instead of being the usual timed game composed of 4 quarters, the first team to score 40 points in each game was declared the winner and moved on to the next round. Ultimately, Team Shaq defeated Team Charles by a score of 41-25 in the final round. Steph Curry was named the All-Star Game MVP as he put up 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist, and got all 12 of his points from 3-pointers. The All-Star Weekend also hosts the Slam Dunk Contest. History was made this year as the Osceola Magic guard Mac McClung of the NBA G League became the first person to win the Slam Dunk Contest 3 years in a row. Not only did the 26-year-old McClung secure the win, but he won the contest with a perfect score, receiving maximum 50 points in each round, including a high-flying dunk over a full-size Kia sedan on his first dunk of the night. While all-star games across all sports have faltered in quality as of late, the dunk contest is always electric. Baseball fans can rejoice as the MLB officially begins this week with the spring training games. The first game of the preseason was a matchup of the reigning champion Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs yesterday afternoon. The Cubs opened up 2025 spring training with a win. To refresh your memory, during spring training, the MLB is split up into 2 leagues, the Cactus League that plays in Arizona and the Grapefruit League, which will play its games in Florida. There are plenty of games to enjoy every day from now until mid-March, so be sure to tune in to some of your favorite teams' games. The 2025 regular season will begin with the Tokyo Series, a 2-game series between the Dodgers and the Cubs at the Tokyo Dome on Tuesday, March 18th and Wednesday, March 19th. Traditional opening day featuring all 30 major league clubs will take place on Thursday, March 27th. Baseball is coming up very quickly, and I know I'm excited. I know it's only been a week since football ended, but the new season is already slowly starting to take shape. Next Thursday, the 27th, the NFL Rookie Combine will begin. This means that college players hoping to be selected in the NFL Draft in April will have a chance to showcase their abilities and hopefully persuade teams to call their names on draft day. Like I said, that event begins on Thursday the 27th and will run through Sunday, March 2nd. All the events can be seen on NFL Network. With all of that said, thank you as always for joining me on another Friday's episode of Sports Corner. Enjoy all the basketball, baseball, soccer, hockey, golf, tennis, and so much more this weekend, and come right back next Friday for more news and updates. I'm Cole Young. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time.
Welcome to Harvard Eye Associates. We're focused on your eye care at all 3 of our Orange County locations.
Our new location in Laguna Hills, Orange, and San Clemente.
Each facility features the latest in advanced technology and diagnostic equipment.
And a trusted collection of doctors that care about your vision and your quality of life.
We deliver what matters to you
and your family. Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
Hi, my name is Dr. Faramant. Brilliant Smile has been the premier dental office of Laguna Woods Village for over 30 years now. We take the extra time to understand our patients' unique needs. We truly care about your happiness and dental wellness. We always provide the absolute highest quality of dental work at very affordable prices in a very relaxing environment. Stop by or give us a call and experience the Brilliant Smile difference. We are conveniently located close to Gate 6.
Hearing connects you back to life. Don't settle for being trapped in the isolation of poor hearing. Advanced Ear can help you hear friends, family, and caregivers. We provide one-on-one hearing programs that will amaze you with the quality of how much better you can hear. There's no cost to hear the improvement we deliver. You'll be able to hear better the minute you put these on. No buttons to push or technology to be afraid of. We deliver better hearing, guaranteed. Come in so we can connect you back to life. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
I've devoted my career as a physician to one thing: ending cancer. At City of Hope, where more than 1,600 cancer specialists work towards breakthrough discoveries every day, we're beating national cancer survival rates. And though I'm proud to be part of revolutionizing care here in Orange County, what I'm most proud of is giving you hope.
Got a great lineup of movies this weekend. Let's take a look at Friday. Today, it is going to be The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. It's brought to us by Hoag Orthopedic Institute, and it's going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. A struggling salesman takes custody of his son, and he's poised to begin a life-changing professional career. It's a really great movie, very inspirational, based on a true story, by the way. And then on Saturday, we have Here, Tom Hanks' movie. It just came out last year. Kind of an interesting premise of one location for the entire movie, one shot, actual angle. Is kind of interesting. It's brought to us by Harvard Eye Associates. Going to be on at 2 p.m. with the subtitles, 6 p.m. without the subtitles. It's a generational story about families and the special place they inhabit, sharing love, loss, laughter, and life. That is going to be our Saturday movie. Let's take a quick check of the weather before we head out, and we got some great temperatures. You might not want to stay indoors all day watching movies. I'm just going to tell you now, because Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are going to be fantastic. Wonderful temperatures out there. Nice and dry, no rain in the forecast, and we're going to be in the mid-70s. So enjoy the temperatures for the rest of the weekend. Got some good ones out there. No rain in the forecast that I can see. There you go. On Saturday on the program, we're going to have folks from Memorial Care here and Laguna Woods Art Association. Got some great art right here in this building that we're going to tell you about. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. Remember me? I'm the king of whoopee. And you're watching Village Television. But everybody does.